What up, y'all? It's your man, Abuamerican. I wanted to talk about. I'm a bit behind on this one, but I just wanted to talk about it real quick. You've seen it before. Hurt Bay. Hurt Bay. Just look it up online here on YouTube, and you'll find a million videos breaking it down, talking about it. You'll find the original video. Basically, there's a guy and a girl, and they're faced off with each other, and he's talking about cheating on her, and she's talking about how they're friends and her emotions and her feelings and all this stuff. And, everybody's calling the dude the devil, and um, I just want to talk about this real quick, and this confirms a couple of things that have been said in the manosphere, and I think we need to slowly come to the conclusion that everything that red pill ideology talks about is true. Or not everything, but the vast majority. Because it's based on what? It's based upon observation, sociology, psychology, anthropology, human behaviorism. The manosphere, and I'll say this again, I've said this before, the manosphere is the response to feminism. And feminism was all about just gimme because I want it. I'm equal because I want to be, It was just like, gimme this, I deserve it. And you hear this a lot out of women. I deserve this and I deserve that. And they can't qualify as to why they deserve something. As if, like when you go to work, you deserve to be paid because you're not a slave. That's what free people get. You work, you deserve a paycheck. Why do you deserve a good man? Why do you deserve this? Why do you deserve that? If you ask feminists and a lot of women why they say I deserve a good man or whatever else, they don't really have a solid answer. It's generally I deserve this or I deserve that because boobs in VJJ, which isn't really a reason. But anyway, coming back to Hurt Bay. First and foremost, it confirms that men are generally, the vast majority of men are polygamous. They're just going to be polygamous. We can't help ourselves. A man will have the most beautiful wife in the world and he's always going to want more. That's just a simple fact. He's always going to want another woman. I think we need to come to terms with that the idea and the concept that a monogamous man is completely foreign. And they say it's the same for women, but this is not true. What we're seeing today is not polygamous women. We're seeing unchecked hypergamy, which is where a woman will attempt, where it's become socially acceptable for women to monkey branch in relationships in order to increase her social or financial status by getting another man. This is unchecked hypergamy. This isn't polygamy in terms of women. A woman would prefer one sexual partner. And when you really listen, there's like this little Chinese girl on this video and she's talking about, we're going to chop up a man and bury him, so that we get one man to rub our feet, one man to go shopping with us, one man to cook, one man to sing and all this stuff. That's what they want. They want a bunch of friend zone guys and one lover. And that's what a lot of women are getting nowadays. But because men tend to be slick and smart, they use their position to get sex from women in exchange for deference from him, the man. So a woman will exchange sex for deference. And this is what we see happening nowadays. This isn't a matter of polygamy. This is just a matter of men outsmarting women and getting what they want. And women technically get what they want, but we men are really getting the better part of the deal because what we're giving in general is easily replaceable. And you can say, okay, a woman's sexuality is easily replaceable. I guess from her perspective, I don't know. I mean, meaning she can hand out her VJJ to as many men as possible. But what the problem is this. Two things result out of this. And this is all connected to Hurt Bay. Stay with me here. Is she either loses social value, sexual market value, because she becomes stigmatized as a hoe, which is probably why women are trying to end slut shaming so that they can try and capitalize off this. But even if they get rid of this, she loses what? She loses time. Because she's dealing with so many men, and eventually you'll never get rid of this slut shaming ideology out of men. It's not going to go away because men find it biologically repulsive, to be with a woman who's been with a lot of men, or to actually invest in her, in AKA a long-term provisioning relationship, which is what most women go for. Or any sort of just long-term relationship other than like a smash and dash type, booty call type relationship. If you do those things, of course, Muslims, we don't do that, but I'm just saying, if that's what you have going on. And therefore, she'll lose time. If she doesn't have children and then wants them, she's going to lose that time because a woman's reproductive prime is only like 10 years. from like 16 to 26. And then after that, her reproductive prime starts to drop and fall off. It starts to like on a downhill slope. Men's reproduction is pretty much until we die, unless he has some sort of outlying problem with his sperm count or, health or whatever else. But generally, from whenever he hits puberty till he dies, he can reproduce. He can like provide viable sperm to a woman to have a child with. And then so she's lost time. She's lost her reproductive prime, which she should be using to secure, the most ideal man she can get, which a lot of women are fooled into believing is better than what she thinks she can. Most women believe that they deserve Prince Charming, because they deserve it, just because via JJ and boobs. But anyway, back to Hurt Bae. What also is confirmed here is that a woman would rather die a death of 1,000 emotional cuts than be with a boring man. And this is confirmed in the comment sections on almost all these videos. When you really look into the comment sections of most of these videos, you will find that there is a large number of women who can relate to the experience of Hurt Bae. So this tells you that they look for these type of men. It also confirms the 80-20 rule, that the vast majority of women are trying to go for a small number of men. And this guy obviously is the small number of men, or he's one of them, because he's got access to multiple women and he's like cheating easily. Simple for him, because women have made it easy for him. But anyway, coming back to the death of 1,000 cuts, a woman needs and wants the emotional roller coaster. Gentlemen, let me tell you something. Give it to her. I'm not saying be a jerk. I'm not saying be evil. I'm not saying be harsh or whatever else to your woman. I'm saying she needs that emotional roller coaster. You need to find a way to give it to her. If you want a relationship that's going to last, if you're like me and you're a guy who's looking, I'm Muslim, so you're looking for a marriage and you want a marriage to last, and you get that woman that you want, you got to give it a roller coaster, man. You have to. She's got to have those up and downs and the loop-de-loops and that good suspense feeling, because she would rather, and I'll say this again, I'm repeating myself, she would rather die a death of 1,000 emotional cuts than to just be with Mr. Boring, happy-go-lucky, Mr. Predictable. You have those women who can accept that, and that's awesome if they can do that. Really, that should be the status quo. But we're talking about 21st century women. They need that roller coaster. They want it. They desire it badly. And if you don't provide it, what's going to happen? She's going to go find it. And usually that's what? Another man. So if you don't want to be that guy, 1,000 cuts, baby. Now, again, I don't really, no man wants to be a jerk to his woman. No man wants to hurt his woman. And I'm not advocating that you hurt your woman emotionally. That's not what I'm saying. But you have to find a way to give her that roller coaster. Generally, I use dread game. That's what I use. Yeah, it can be mean at times, but I think it's a necessity. I mean, yeah, because otherwise, what are you going to give her that's going to keep her at the edge of her seat that she wants? You have to give her something, that cliffhanger. So provide it, guys. Dread game works for me. I've become a master at it, unfortunately, for better or for worse. And dread game works very well. It's sort of like, and I hate to say it, it's sort of like training. And I've caught a lot of flack for this before. They say, "Oh, you treat women like you're training a dog." Technically, yes, you are. It's like punishment reward. Or like withholding then reward. So that like the moment they get something from you, oh my gosh, they love it and they can't think of anything else but that reward feeling again, and they become addicted to it. Yeah, I'm open about it. I don't even hide that I do it, because it works for me and it works for them. So why would you hide it? Why would you be in denial about it if everybody's happy with that? Give it when it's necessary. Women don't want you to just give openly and readily, your affections, your loves, your rewards, and whatever else. They want to earn it. There's enough men out there just giving it away. It's not special. They want to earn it. So make them earn it. Anyway, Hurt Bae is a classic example. Let there be no question or doubt in your mind that if that dude was down to get down with her again, she wouldn't do it. She'd jump right back on board, understanding what and who he is. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say about Hurt Bay. Check it out, man. It's a madness. It's the madness of our times. And should it be like this? No, I'm not saying it should be like this. This isn't ideal, but it is what it is. This is the result of social media, online dating, and all these type of things, to where you as a man are now competing with 10,000 other men. Your woman has access to 500+ men online a month, if not a week, who are just like, here, you want some D? Hey, you want some D? Hey, look at me. I'll offer you this in exchange for affection, physical affection, which is what? Sex. That's what he wants. And he's offering all sorts of stuff. Hundreds of men are offering stuff like this to your women, all sorts of either trips or money or something that he says, oh, I'd never do that to you, or whatever else he's trying to say from the stories that she's telling him about you or her relationships or her problems. 500+ men a month. And you have to imagine, her mother or her grandmother didn't have access to 500+ men in her lifetime. So you can see where all the problems are coming from. Now she's got this whole Tinders and Bumbles and all these other dating apps of men lined up to choose from. Like I say in other videos, go shopping with a woman and look how long it takes her to pick one pair of shoes. How do you think it's going to be with men? And that's your competition. You're a pair of shoes. So make her earn it, man. Trust me, it'll work for you. Build value as a man and make her earn your affections. That's what Homeboy did to Hurt Bay. Hurt Bay would take him back at the drop of a hat. I don't care how hurt she is. She would rather deal with that than some boring guy. Mr. Happy-go-lucky beta provider man who thinks being a good guy is what all the women want, because that's what women tell them, and it's lies. Don't listen to what a woman says. I'll say it again. Watch what she does. Men, I cannot express this to you strongly enough. Anyway, I'm ranting. This is, like always, all my videos are rants in general, but it's just my thought process. I want to dump it out here. Let me know what you think. If you agree, disagree, got comments, I missed something, a detail, drop it to me in the comment section. This is your man, Abuamerican. Catch me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, all at Abuamerican. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I'm out.